Hello, this is Mark Cruz, and I will be going over connective tissue blood. So, connective tissues, as we all know, that's what keeps the body together. Keeps the bone to bone, muscle to bone. Keeps tissues together. But the blood also does something interesting as well. The blood is one of the biggest things for our immune system, for our temperature, for hydrating us, and for not killing us. So our blood, it rapidly produces cells, which undergoes mitosis, which is one mother cell split into two daughter cells. Then those cells themselves expand and expand until you have rapid reproduction. So that's what mitosis is the undergoing of cellular division. Now, the cells are usually in something called plasma. And through the plasma, that's how they stay moist. That's how they keep all of their hydration, because if not, the cells would die. As you can see here, this is healthy blood cells. The red one indicates the red blood cells. You can see neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, blastocytes, and pellets. Here it doesn't show macrophages, but those are an important key part. Same thing with the white blood cells. It doesn't specifically show it, but a lymphocyte is very similar. And then the white was the plasma. So this is the red blood cells, as you can see, inside of a vein. So the red blood cells are those red circles. And their major function throughout the whole body is pretty much to carry oxygen to all the cells, the organelles, all that stuff, and help them get oxygen. Now, the best thing about these ones is they also keep us alive because they'll take out all the carbon dioxide and then they'll put that into out of our body, we'll push it out. Usually that happens through vapor. So it'll get into our lungs and then exhales. The white blood cells, these are interesting. These help us with our immune system. So the white blood cells will help fighting infections. It will work with macrophages, and it will stop pathogens and all that type of stuff from affecting our red blood cells and other white blood cells and causing, very bad destruction of our cells, which in the end could kill us or make us very sick. But there's many diseases that come with white blood cells, and half of the time usually ends up leukemia, HTLV. HTLV is hypotrophic leukemic virus. It's not good at all. And there's many different types, so it's usually very broad. But yeah, and with white blood cells as well, they're throughout the whole body, just like the red blood cells. So you'll find them all throughout the bloodstreams, all that stuff. And the more, the better. But too much is too bad, and too little is not good enough. So macrophages, these are really good. These are the pathogen defenders of our body. And they will actually take that pathogen, take it by the fist, and bam, they pretty much absorb them, eat them, do whatever they need to get them out of your body. Not many pathogens can really get through. A few that can is sickle cell and ones alike that actually attack and will latch on to white blood cells, red blood cells, macrophages, stuff like that, and it's very hard for them to defend against. But most of the time, they're able to protect us and get rid of them before they can start mutating through mitosis. So, blood. When you get cut, do you usually see blood on a very small abrasion? No, it's because it's actually in our dermis layer. So we have an epidermis and a dermis. The epidermis layer is a connective tissue, like the whole skin is, and the blood is in the papillary. So you got squamous cells, you have a few little layers, they go down to the papillary, and the papillary is the connector between the basal of the epidermis and the dermis. So blood can't actually go into it by diffusion. So there'll be veins that will go up into the papillary layer. From there, the blood droplets will start to get diffused and break until they're usable inside of the epidermis layer. Diseases and viruses of the blood, stuff that you want to avoid. You have HIV and AIDS. It's a human immunodeficiency virus. And this attacks the human's immune system and makes it so that the humans, or us, or any animal, cannot fight off infection. So this can lead to the cells being attacked a lot, which it's usually the CD4 whites blood cells, and it kills them. And what it will do is it will kill them, and it will also like go into them, and then it will use them as like a house, and it will use like mitosis, and it will keep spreading, and then it'll kill more and more and more and more. And then this is what leads to AIDS. And when somebody has AIDS, without taking medication, you can almost die instantly. Like it's very, very fast paced. And medication can make it so you can live 10 plus years, but it's hard for most people because they get very sick very easily. So my aunt actually has AIDS, and she got it through HIV, and she was just not caring at the time. She was doping up. Her husband was doping up, sharing needles with each other and stuff like that. And she regrets it, and she says she can't even remember what it feels like to be normal because she takes medication. She said the body will hurt, be sore, but then sometimes she'll feel amazing. It's just all that medication. Leukemia. Leukemia is not good at all either. That is a cancer, and that is the cancer of the blood. So it mostly affects your white blood cells, and it'll make it so that they're almost blocked, just cut off. Like you can't use them whatsoever. And that will cause mutations, and those mutations will make it so that other cells in your body and other muscle groups and tissue groups can be affected as well. So that's why you don't want that, because with mitosis, the rapid spreading of the mutation means the more it's going, the blood goes throughout the whole body, even into your skin layer. Through diffusion, it can be catastrophic. So it's usually in older adults, younger kids, or with like HTLV, it can happen to anybody. But HTLV is more of a slow going onset, which is better in my opinion, because it's more treatable and you can detect it early, usually through doing like Red Cross, like blood donations and stuff like that. So that's the end. And this is what I have for my presentation. And to go along with blood, let me get to the slide. The pellets is what is used for blood donation. So they'll take the platelets, I should say, and they'll take the platelets and then they'll clean them, make sure it's good. And what they'll do with that is they'll create something called plasma, and they can use that for donations. So if someone has surgery, if someone has blood loss, and they can put that into somebody so it can help sustain them and give them the nutrients and the blood supply they need so that they don't bleed out or die of lack of blood. But thank you for joining in. Sorry if I sound just a little sore. I've just been very sick lately. I'm dealing with infections myself, and I'm trying not to make sure they're not in my bloodstream. So that's where antibiotics come in, and antibiotics will actually help you as well because they can stop infections, and infections won't spread, which makes my body work less. So when I'm on them, I feel better. If I stop them, I get very sick. So thank you, and have a great day.